What's up, y'all? Peace Alchemy. Back again. It's been a little while. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in. I ain't tapped in, dropped no spiritual insight, no nothing for real. I've been on a little hiatus, just becoming better, trying to constantly find ways to just grow. And also, I was on a whole journey learning something, something that could set me free, completely. So I can have the full ability to just create and radiate and transmute the world. And that kind of lead me into the point. Y'all read the title, Heaven is Now. Even me being inclined, I can say being spiritually in tune, I have been finding myself straying away from kind of what even got me to this point. And it's not like I haven't like completely fell off and just start doing all type of crazy stuff and back bad habits. It's like everything, mostly everything is the same. I'm still in my practices. I'm still conscious breathing. I'm still meditating. It's just all of those aspects, all of those habits are just a small piece of the pie. The overall goal and the overall point is to just be in a perpetual state of presence and awareness. So sometimes after, especially spiritually inclined people, sometimes after we start seeing benefits, or whether it's material, whether it's spiritual insight, whatever it is, whether it's just like peace and just kind of fulfillment, anybody, and this is where the ego will always resurge and start claiming territory again, because spiritual narcissism is a real thing as well. But your ego will start seeing these benefits and start seeing X, Y, and Z, and it will just start sabotaging you in like little ways that you can't really grasp, because it's like, okay, I'm conscious right now, I'm present, and I'm aware. But the ego is just so intelligent, it will just, it will get into any form of identity or anything that you cling onto and latch onto. And that's why it's always important to stay in your practices and your rituals and doing that on a consistent basis, so you can constantly recalibrate and constantly stay present to how you're feeling, to what your mind is, the state that your mind is in, all of that. So I'm not even speaking like from a hierarchy, or, like I'm better than anybody because I got knowledge of this and I can watch it happen, because as you can see, I've even said, I'm pretty up there as far as like being spiritually attuned, but I'm still subjected to a lot of the material things as well. We all are human, and I think that's one thing I had to fully grasp as well, and like realize that I am subject to the third realm stuff as well. I'm just more aware of it, and I can discern and I can filter out a lot of stuff, and I can make a lot of decisions that would be harder for someone else to make. But since I'm more connected to my soul and God's frequency, I have no problem making those decisions, So my problems just manifest in different ways, and ego is one of them, and I know that's something that we all deal with. But yeah, back to kind of the point of heaven being now is, heaven is in every waking moment. Heaven is a choice. Heaven is a frequency, and it's not like a easy very, very easy thing to obtain. That can sound crazy, but just like heaven is a choice, hell is a choice as well. So if you're not in heaven, you're in hell. And if you're not choosing to be in heaven, then you're choosing to be in hell. Feel me? Or purgatory, or, the dark clouds, whatever it is. So a lot of people in general, as well as me, can sometimes get too caught up in what's going to be, So it's one thing to build your system and your habits and follow it to a T and know that, oh, it's destined, And that's kind of how I feel, and I think that's where my ego sits in a little bit. It's like, I know what I'm doing can truly help me, and I know that I'm disciplined enough to get there. So that's still me not just being, being present as far as like, okay, I'm in the journey. I'm just glad to be here. I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be able to do this and that. And I am grateful, and I do, and I acknowledge that, and that's, it's what I vibrate, but it's just, I just be having moments in time where I can just stray away and just get way too caught up in trying to just make it happen faster. And this is where the ego comes in as well, because when you're the closest to it, when you're the closest to altering your timeline, when you're the closest to, your goals and your miracles that you're manifesting, your brain, just the third realm frequency, it doesn't want that for you. That's just how it works. Even just like the system in general, like the dark spirituality don't want you to find that light. So the closer you get, the more harder it gets to like push through and like run straight through the finish line. It's like you can fall off trying to make it happen too fast. You can have setbacks and all of this crazy stuff. If you going through it, if you've been through it, and just in general, you can probably understand what I'm saying. Yeah, overall, I just say the most important part of the journey, aside from the destination and where it's gonna get you, is just being okay in the step, being present, being aware of everything you're doing while you're doing it, and just kind of letting that be the perpetual state of living. Knowing in the back of your mind, acknowledging that, oh, I'm destined for this. This is my inheritance. I'm gonna get here, but not focused on it. Taking those steps in one by one, every step of the way, being grateful for that one little step forward, being grateful for that one little win. Not like, oh, that little win, okay, bet if I can win this, I can win again. Like, yes, obviously you can, but it's just, it's a form of self-sabotage, getting too caught up in the steps and like how they attribute to like the bigger goal. You just need to build your system. You just need to follow it. And that's what everything, that's spiritual, just your brain, your habits, whatever it is, you need to just implement the right things and execute the right things on a consistent basis. Stay present in it, stay aware of it, and don't get too caught up in the future, because it's written already. It's destined. What are you worried about it for? When you worry about it too much, you push it further away. When you focus too much on it and you lean into it too much and you just like, oh, it pushes it further away. Because even me personally, I feel like I done been, super close, like here and there, whatever the case is. And then when it's really close, I freaking push it away. And that's a form of self-sabotage, and that's just a form of how the ego manifests in real time. Because every time I get done, I just realize like, oh, you got greedy. Oh, you were not present in that. You were not aware of your state of being. And it's all about having the strength to pull yourself out of it. It's all a lesson, you know? I'm grateful even for all of that because I know I need to grow in certain aspects of myself to fully obtain my divine inheritance, to fully get what I want out of life. I need to fully be that person. And I want a lot out of life, and I want to do a lot in life. So I know the person who I need to be is just like the most stoic, disciplined, you know what I'm saying, love abundant person that I can imagine myself as, because that's how big my goals are. So my becoming is going to be a way steeper journey, but God put me here. God didn't give me none that I can't handle. And, you know, I'm grateful to be able to hold all that weight. And you should too. You should be grateful too. But yeah, this is just gonna be a quick one, man. Peace, alchemy. Just check out my other videos. Check out some of the music if you into all that. And I'm not sure exactly how much I'm gonna be posting on these videos, but I feel like I'm gonna do them more often because even then, like on my hiatus, I just really wanted to conquer the world and then come back and then just like show everybody, you know? But I had to slow down. I'm like, all right, bro, like you can disappear for years and all of that and just come back and da-da-da-da-da. But also it could be good for people, you know what I'm saying? You could probably help somebody in that same spot that you were in, or in that same, you know, they might need to hear this right now. This is a part of me radiating on the world. I don't need everything that I want out of life before I decide to give that to the world, you know? So even then, I was just like, state of ego, bro, before. So yeah, and this stuff is easy to make, you know what I'm saying? This stuff just comes to me in meditations. This stuff just comes to me while I'm just breathing and existing in life. So why not share it and potentially help somebody? So yeah, y'all subscribe to the channel. Stay tapped in. I'm gonna be dropping more of these, dropping more music, all of that. So thank you for watching.